All right, so we are heading to the North Dakota Regional, the Fargo Regional, today. Now, today's Friday, so this is going to be an overnight trip. If you can't see, I've got my car packed up. I got my my clothes, some bedding, and then behind the bedding is an air mattress that I'm going to pump up. So I'll sleep the night. Yeah, so if you guys can't hear, it is raining, and usually not a good omen for a trip, but this seems to happen like every single time I go anywhere on any trip. It rains very hard, all that kind of stuff. So we are going to be playing Unchained, and I did make some last minute changes, so I don't know how it's gonna do. I cut the live twin package for the tour guides from the Underworld and the Fiendish Rhino Warrior. I don't really like that package because it still loses just as hard to Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, but it also loses to Imperfect Veiler, everything the same way. It's just you can pop it with the Red Dog if your opponent targets it with a Veiler or a Moonlit Chill or something like that. It also does get you access to Red Dog if you don't have it already with the Fiendish Rhino, or it can get access to the Blue Dog. I think the theory behind it is correct. I've also switched out a lot of the hand traps and stuff that I've been running. I switched out droplets for Book of Moons. I switched out some other cards for like Fenrir's. I cut the Pot of Prosperities to Dark Holes, and it's kind of weird. And originally I wasn't going to cut the Prosperities, but we just decided to cut them because it's not quite doing enough for the deck. The reduced damage means we can't kill guaranteed. Without the live twins, we don't have the 2-card OTK anymore, which, for those of you who don't know, was make Trouble Sunny attack, tribute into the 2 baby evil twins, pop a back row, and then summon the Unchained Abomination, or the Abominable Unchained Soul, the yellow one. But let's hope that this goes okay. This is kind of an interesting thing. This is the first regional I'm actually going to participate in. I've been in a couple of regionals before, either to judge or because they were around and I stopped in to like either look at or buy some cards off of vendors specifically. But otherwise, this is the first regional I'm going to, and going with the intention to participate in. If I drop out, hopefully they have Edison tournaments, because I am going to be running Geminis and Edison. Super fun deck, so I'll have something to do even if I just, wipe. I'm not really caring about the invite or the regional mat. It's just I don't have anything to do this weekend, and there's a regional within, I think it's a 4-hour drive. So I got the car cast up, I got all my shit ready to go, I got some food, I got a general plan of where I'm gonna go, where I'm gonna stay. Otherwise, we are just winging it. We're having some fun today. So I will meet you guys either at the next stop for a little bit of more vlogging, or when I get to Fargo. So yeah, let's get going. Ooh. All right, so I am about 30 minutes away from the venue that the regional is going to be at tomorrow. I ended up just finding a campground. I was going to sleep at a Walmart parking lot, but this just seemed like a better option when I saw the sign. It said camping, so I was like, oh, sure. Not too terrible. We covered just under 225 miles. Took about 3.5 hours, so not terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and get my sleeping situation all taken care of, and see if I can't get some shut-eye before we head to the venue tomorrow. Alright, so we got the car set up, so on my air mattress, and got a pillow, got a nice big fluffy blanket there, and I'm in my pajamas. So yeah, we're gonna just... Honestly, this was such a better idea than staying at a Walmart parking lot. There's no street lights. I'm not going to be afraid of, like, cops coming and tapping on my window, like, what are you doing? And I have to explain to them, oh, I'm here for a card game tournament. The only problem is there might have been a mosquito or two that snuck into the car while setting everything up. But, yeah, not bad for the first regional road trip, right? So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, well, I will see you guys in the morning, and we are going to be driving to the venue. We're going to be meeting up with a buddy of mine. I have some cards he wants to borrow for the regional. He's driving up with his team and a couple of his friends. I decided to come up a day early, which is, I think it was a better idea, because once I got past like the cities, and it got past like 7:30, like there was nobody. Sorry, there's a mosquito. I think I just got it. Yeah, there was nobody on the road. I was able to go make pretty good time, so not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, also I'm a little disappointed because I'm finally able to use the sunroof on my car, and I wish it was all the way back here as well, but it's just not. And there's like no stars out today. It was pretty cloudy. There was some pretty heavy rain in between here and where I was coming from, so it's probably just gonna be a cloudy night, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to, just look up and see the stars, but if we can't, we can't. So, alright, well, oh gosh, second mosquito. I think that's the only mistake, but I think this was a great success, great idea. I've never actually seen that movie. Alright, anyway, thanks. Yep, we'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, we're up. It's about 8:30. It actually wasn't too bad. It just got kind of cold there for a bit, so I'm glad I had a hoodie. I'm also very glad that I picked the thicker blanket. I didn't think it was going to be that cold. Yeah, it wasn't the most uncomfortable night I've ever spent anywhere, so at least that's good. Okay, so it's about 8:30. I'm guessing the tournament starts at about 10 or 11. I should probably check, but I'm probably going to go ahead and get dressed, put my contacts in, and then we're going to go ahead and maybe see about just getting some breakfast from somewhere. I have like some snacks in the cooler up front, but yeah, I think I might go and just stop and get breakfast somewhere. Anyways, alright, let's go and get going. Alright, so we're here. We're here about 20-30 minutes early. Seems like there's a decent number of people here right now. There's, I think, about 15 people here already. I know at least 4 or 5 more who are coming, so this is going to be at least 5 rounds. Hopefully it doesn't get more than that. I wasn't able to stop for breakfast, unfortunately. I think the regional starts at 10 today, so it's already 9:30. But luckily I have some food in the car, and if I do really poorly, I can just drop and go get breakfast, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs, jeez. But yeah, overall, this isn't the worst. This really isn't a bad trip. It's been a very, hectic trip in the sense, I had to go straight from work back home, grab everything up, pack it into the car. Then a buddy of mine called me and said, hey, do you have all these cards? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have them. So I had to pull them all aside and throw them in the bag and get on the road and drive. I maybe should have just gone a little bit further, or maybe I just should have woken up a little bit earlier. My alarm went off at 7:30, but I slept for another hour because I was like, oh, I'm so close. So it's not a big deal. Yeah. It's kind of sucky because I would like a little bit more time to figure out what people are doing. But oh well. I got some snacks, so I'm gonna eat something before we get into the regional. So, alright, so let me get some better lighting here. Hold on. There we go. I'm washed out as hell. So this is going to be a big regional. I'm counting at least 80 people. Just given the fact that, you know, all the cars and all the people here. I didn't expect all of one of the teams to show up from Minnesota, but they are. So probably not going to top. This is probably going to be a horrible experience, but we're already here. I already spent 4 hours driving, so it's not like I can turn around and go back. All right, we got our 5 packs of Dune. I'm really not feeling this event now that I see so many people are here, but let's go ahead and tear into these, see what we get. You're finished. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna be going home in like 2 hours. Let's get to this a little bit better. Noble Knight Turpin. Second to last pack. Let's see if we get anything good. If I get an Ultra, I'll be happy. Illusion Beast. Jeez. I know you're only really like gonna go on the Oh, such bad pulls. Bad pulls means bad day, so. Alright, so that was game 2. We're 2-0 right now. Beat Tri-Brigade Leerlisk, game 1. I think I beat them 2-0 because, yeah, the first game went super long. Game 2, I played against MathMech. I missed like 2 extra cards, so it could have gone Yama Shirawa. I just went straight for A-Bomb, linking off his guy. But Underworld Goddess carried there. I was able to Underworld Goddess away on Avermax, and then Avermax can't spin it, so it worked out pretty well for me. God, it's bright, hot. Yeah, I messed up majorly. I should have lost that game, but I ended up top decking TGU off the top, so that did it. That alone did it. I don't think anything else won me there, but hey, we'll take it. Alright, so that was game 3. We squeaked it out against Vanadium, Scareclaw. That deck is insane. I don't think there's many ways to put it otherwise. You can't do much against that deck sometimes, but I had what I needed, so yeah, we're 3-0 right now. I wish this was like a 5-round regional, because then I could just be like, oh, I'm getting my top, bye. But no, I gotta win 2 more games, which is unlikely, so. Alright, so that was round 5. I lost to Manadome. Yeah, I was getting in my own head like crazy. I messed up. Okay, dude. I messed up a ruling with Book of Moon. If I didn't Book of Moon there and just held it a little bit longer, because it was Meek on field, Visas targeting Meek to summon, I Book of Moon the Meek. I thought it said that monster. Visa says destroyed that monster. I figured when you Book of Moon, it's no longer that monster, but Judge said it is the same monster, so unfortunate. Game 2, I just threw completely. I had a Shirava in hand, and I should have popped the Rakea that I summoned. If I popped the Rakea, I think I was getting to like Rage, High King, and a trap. But I ended on Rage, Book of Moon. That was it. And yeah, it just wasn't enough. I know it was Rage, it was like Rage something, and it didn't have it. I'm getting in my head right now because I'm just so tired, hungry, and frustrated, so. Calling it right now, I'm gonna lose the next 2 games. I just am. There's nothing I can do about it. And even if I win them, like, I don't think I have to win both games if I want to make Top Cut, I think. Otherwise, I can't make Top Cut. And, like, I might get my invite, but that's it. And I don't really care about the invite, so. Yeah, I'm gonna go to my car. I'm at my car. I'm gonna stop, get a snack, maybe some water, and hopefully we do a little bit better next round. All right, so we lost round 7. So our final record was 4-3. When are they gonna invent those suicide booths from Futurama? Because I'm about to ride into one of those right now. So yeah, I've said it like 4 times today. If there's one thing I hate, it's going undefeated and only needing to win one more game to make it to Top Cut, and then I just proceed to lose all those games in a row, and like not even in close fashion. So I don't remember last time I vlogged. I think it was round 5. I played against the mirror match. Round 6, super sweaty, didn't know what I was doing. I did not plan for the mirror at all because I just assumed I wasn't going to see it, and I really shouldn't have. It's only like 2 or 3 people other than me on Unchained, and then round 3 I was up against Rescue Ace, and I just didn't have. I bricked, and he ashed TGU. I had Wailing, Chamber, Droll, and something else. I think it was Sarama. Yeah, it was Sarama, because I summoned Sarama off Chamber on his turn. Yeah, this really sucks. I spent 4 hours driving. I spent, what I think is like 4 o'clock. I spent from 11 till now playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I go home completely empty-handed. The best I have is I traded some cards. This is why I don't like regionals. This is why I don't like big tournaments. If you guys want to go to a big tournament, go, but just be prepared. You know, be mentally prepared. I'm not mentally prepared, and I think that's why I'm kicking myself so bad. But it does just suck. It just sucks. So, what can you do? I got about a 4.5 hour drive home, and I might stop for food because I didn't eat anything. I had an apple this morning because I had it in my car, and I haven't had anything else to eat, so that might have played a factor, but that's just what you have to deal with when you go to tournaments. No, all right. So, congrats to everyone else at the Fargo Regional. Congrats to everyone who topped. There was a lot of hard-fought games. There's a lot of really, really talented players. I did not expect this many people. Half the reason I came is because I thought it was going to be an easier regional. Not easy, like maybe 50, 60 people, not 91. So, could be worse. All right, so this is a few days after. It's actually Monday, so event timeline was drive up Friday, stay the night, tournament Saturday, drive home Saturday. Yesterday was Sunday. I just relaxed the entire day. I was so exhausted. I just stayed home the entire time, didn't go to locals, didn't do anything else. And I just got home from work, ate my dinner, and I realized as I was editing, I never recorded an outro for this video, so I figure I have to do that now. So hope you guys don't mind me being in my pajamas. But as you just saw there at the very end, I placed 23rd out of 91. Final record was 4-3. So, not terrible. I also found out after the event concluded that it was only top 8 that got invites. Nobody else got invites. We just didn't have enough people. So, kind of sucky. There's not really anything you can do about that. Be on the lookout for a deck profile. I do like the deck. There's a couple changes I want to make. First and foremost, I think the biggest one is I think I might want to play the second Sarama. I cut Sarama from 2 to 1, and I felt like I was missing the second one, you know, just having more monsters. We actually have a really low monster count. It's what, 3, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10 monsters, and that's only 9 when you exclude, or it's 12 monsters, and it's really only 9 or 10 when you exclude the 2 blue dog bricks. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. It will be a detailed deck profile with my reasoning behind the ratios, my reasoning behind the card choices, as well as what I would like to change about it, but that's going to be a separate video. I think it should be its own video. My deck profiles tend to get more views anyway, so it works out. So I do want to give some shout outs here before we sign off, and I'll tell you my thoughts about the whole thing. So overall, the event, looking back on it, it was fine. A lot of people were encouraging me. A lot of people were telling me, look, you did fine. It was your first regional. And I didn't realize it until afterwards. People were telling me, like, my last 2 or 3 rounds were against either individuals who had topped YCSs or individuals who regularly competed at YCSs, or just, you know, something like that. Very, very high caliber players. And as somebody who just doesn't do that, I never had the time nor the money to go to those kinds of events. It doesn't really make me feel better about losing, but it makes me feel like I didn't play poorly. My deck wasn't constructed poorly. It's just, it either wasn't in the cards, or you know, there were just decisions that I made that I couldn't account for. Like, I really did not expect to play against 2 Manadiums. I did not expect to play the Mirror. I did not expect to play Rescue A's. I had completely discounted those. I thought I was going to see purely Kashtira, and then Vanquish Soul. Those were like the 3 decks in my head that I was like, these are the decks I'm going to see, and I ended up playing 0 of them. I was actually really sad. The first game that I lost, there was a repair, and I would have played against a guy on Earth Machines, specifically like Train OTK Earth Machines. And if you guys didn't know, I actually played Earth Machines for a little while, so I actually know what all the cards do, and I know how to interact with it, and I think, especially my deck, I would have done fine. So it kind of sucks, because I do really feel like if there wasn't that repair, I might have actually gone, 5-2 instead of 4-3, but what can we do? So before we sign off, so shout outs. So first off, I gotta shout out the boys first. So shout out to Tristan, and shout out to Jeff. They either loaned me or sold me cards last minute. So I was able to get a hold of like the Abomination's Prisons, the second Lord Yama. So really big shout outs to those. Super big shout out to Zohair. He ended up coming 20th. I think he ended with a record of 4-1-2. So he almost made it. He almost got that X2 record that might have made it in the top cut. His last game, he was on Dragon Link. He was against Marincess. He had like a 35, 37 minute game 1. Game 2, he just conceded very quickly. And game 3, he opened poorly. His only starter was, I think, Chaos Space, and they ashed the Chaos Space, and he couldn't get to burn in time, so it was just a tie, which was very unfortunate. But he was there. He was there for me. As a friend. He was really supportive the entire time. He was constantly, making sure I was okay, making sure mentally I was doing good, that I wasn't kicking myself too hard. He was encouraging me, and I really, we can all use a friend like that sometimes. I was really lucky to have a friend like that there. Shout outs to the guys I met at Fargo. There's a couple groups of guys who are really nice, really welcoming. I talked to, everyone's asking me, how's your record? How's your record? And it was really great to meet so many good people. So shout outs to a couple stores. Shout outs to Viral Card Games. They heard that I was having a rough day, and they heard that I was going to the regional, and they ended up hooking me up with some free cards I was picking out. So really big shout outs to them. Awesome to have a nice community store where they help each other out. Shout outs to Two Bros in a Box. It's where I go to play Pokemon, and they're holding Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments, so I probably will be going there sooner because I will be living closer to them than my normal locals, which is a Rising Star here in Oakdale. Great community, great people, great staff. yeah, so honestly, great places. If you guys are ever in the area or you're in the area and you've never heard of them, go check them out. They're all great stores. Not sponsored by any of them. Wish I was that cool, but unfortunately, I'm not. I just really enjoy the stores. A lot of them, help me. They were encouraging me to go. There's, making sure I had fun. They made sure that I had the cards I needed. So really, I can't do anything but thank the people who supported me and the people who helped me go to my first regional. So if you guys are thinking about going to a regional, like I said in a couple clips ago, be mentally prepared. I wasn't as mentally prepared as I should have been, and it definitely shows. And I think we can all get that way sometimes, where we affect ourselves. We kick ourselves down. We focus on our mistakes too much, and I'm definitely guilty of that. And it really comes down to, you have to be mentally prepared. You have to be mentally strong. And if you're not, you are just going to be your own worst enemy at the end of the day. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this vlog style of video. Let me know down in the comments section below if you like this more vlog style, just impersonal, no games, just me really talking about what I'm going through, my experiences, my thoughts. Hopefully I'll be able to do some more of these in the future. There are some regionals coming up here in mid to late September, early October, I think, that I might be able to go to. Unfortunately, I will not be able to go to the Minneapolis regional, so that's very unfortunate. But as of right now, we're going out of state, so hopefully a couple more road trips, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys along there with me. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!